Yeah, here we go. So I'm just gonna start recording this thing. Hey, Nana.
I'm trying to see like what's the sky like in California right now. Have you
Yeah,
been
it's super hazy because we've had those fires kind of pop up. So
Yeah.
here are the stairs kind of near mine, and I don't know if the camera's really good enough to pick up how things are, but there's definitely a layer of haze that's just kind of dropping through, and everyone here has gotten really used to this app or website called Purple Air,
Uh-huh.
which is something that aggregates a lot of the um, just sensor data that people have of the air quality. So you can get um, hyper-local data of what the AQI is, as in how awful the air is for you in a particular way today. Yeah, I don't have to, I mean, I'm just recording, but I don't actually have to use it, Nana, if that's all right. I can like cut out stuff as needed. It's no biggie.
Why don't we just like warm up a little bit at least without a record?
Yeah, right. I mean, I'm just heading to the park. That's where I'm going. Hey, oh my God.
Wash his hair.
Yeah, this is my landlord's house. They suck.
You gotta unmute, Nana.
Oh, there, I got it. Hey,
Hey.
hey, shit, it's been years. It's only been like 7 years.
Is that all?
Yeah, it's only been like 7 years. You talk
Yeah,
like an American now.
I
Now you
know, I
talk.
do. I do speak
Did
like
you
an
learn
American,
English
that's
from
right.
TV? Did
Yeah,
you learn English from TV?
here's a palm tree where an owl lives in our neighborhood.
Oh, amazing.
It's so cool. Alex and I like to go out there and just wait for 10 minutes, and sometimes you hear the screech, and sometimes the owl flies around, and it's really amazing.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How are you, Kevin? Huh? What's
Huh?
up? How are
Well,
you? What the fuck?
yeah, what the fuck? No, I'm just in Oakland. The air is kind of gnarly right now, so I probably shouldn't be outside. It's not as bad as it has been, but my house is kind of like, there's so many people there. Um, it's better for me just to kind of like move away from that space sometimes and get a little bit of, feeling better. But yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I think I'm okay. I miss you all. Geoffrey, it
Yeah.
hasn't quite been 7 years with me and you because we just saw each
Well,
other
Sweet
relatively. Yeah,
well, well, lots of things have changed. I vape
yeah.
now, and I'm connected by USB because it's charging. Good morning, Geoffrey. Sorry we made you do it for
Oh, no,
you
no.
early.
Yeah, I know, 10 o'clock.
I was gonna do this from my bed with my like gold velvet curtains. Maybe I will. So you can see the luxury that I'm living in now that we've been like having 4 months or so with the coronavirus supplement.
Cool.
Uh,
Hey,
Ooh,
what are we gonna talk about? It's been so long.
I
I don't know
know.
what are we gonna talk about today?
I mean, I think that's the
7 years later.
question. I think
Where
that's
where
the
did we
question. I've
leave
been
it?
following you from afar, Nana, and I've been just so happy to like see things happen and see you go viral and see you both go viral, I guess, since you're both here. But just, it's been incredible just kind of witnessing from afar and just missing you all so much.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah. too.
I can't believe this. We have to have a paid conversation.
Talk to you about
Kevin
seeing
each other.
Is on TV for too long. This is going to be on their website.
Like, because we haven't actually spent that
Should we
much
just,
just,
that's why
a
a lot of
together.
things
So
have changed.
you and
Thought
me,
I was
Kevin,
from
like
the
in the course
US
of our lives,
because
but you've
I
introduced
read
me
the
to
person
Nala and
you
Pilot, so that's like
pluck.
your impact is
I'm
significant.
doing
Yeah.
this master's
I
project.
have a
Like,
chandelier
it's not very
in France.
serious or
I
anything, but it
see
kind
how
of
the
three
chandeliers.
chandeliers.
And I know about
It's
Pilot. I know.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's
kind
like
of
a
know
yeah,
that
take it very
I
seriously.
know a lot,
Actually,
actually.
it's
Oh,
this
why are you
fancy
a
school
Russell
name,
fan?
and
Why are you a Russell
kind of
fan?
amazing
What's up with that?
co-doing it with another
Kind
university,
of
and
it
this
takes
time
time.
I'm excited because I
Really serious. Because I did a thing so that I do like thesis at it sounds like something that is really
I mean,
helpful.
it's really easy,
Go to
but
get
I guess because it's
play
easy
it
to,
more,
but
I'd
forget like
words.
first,
Like I don't know how we
12
tracks
weeks
are
really
comfortable
uncomfortable inside
inside
an
an
institution.
Uh-huh.
I just had a fixed idea, and I have
and I just like
chaotic and just had an idea.
I listen to lectures in
Probably
French.
about good for me,
But I'm not
wanting to go
I don't
somewhere,
speak
and then
very
I
well.
just what are things
Students
decided
made me
this week
proud.
working on that.
But yeah, I don't know.
Then
I just
Corona
basically had a fixed idea.
It feels quite
just as I was
progressive
like
in its
starting to like
ambitions.
feel
I don't know,
things out and everything. So that's
I
good.
guess
Right.
it's made me.
What are things like? I don't really know. I mean, well, I don't know. What do you mean?
What is that supposed to mean?
Well, I usually am anyway. Yeah. So
That's clearly true.
I think
I mean, it's Melbourne. I mean, that's just one of the worst situations I think a city is in terms of how the populace
despite
is
all
being treated,
predictions,
right?
the suicide rate
Yeah.
hasn't increased during this
Fine,
time.
people breaking
Wow.
curfew.
Really interesting. Yeah, the people.
Yeah.
Now you said it's
Hang on,
like it's just different people who are killing
already
themselves.
oppressed by
Like
the
the focus of the people
Ukrainians,
who are
but
doing
Yeah.
now,
it.
like, really
The-
no
the,
outlet, right? Is that what I'm hearing?
Kevin said
the
what Geoffrey just mentioned,
figuring out
based
ways
on
to
what his
make the
therapist or psychiatrist or something told him about
process
melancholia,
of being
people who are like
a professional
Yeah.
independent
Artists.
artist,
feel anyway, cope better during times better
more
has
catered towards the artist rather than us
Right.
trying to fit into
control over the situation.
roles that are
Done that.
created by
Nothing
administrators,
new.
basically. So it's things like
Exactly.
like the way that applications operate, the way that funding is distributed, I don't know if you've heard it. Yeah, a bunch of things. And I'm glad that it's gotten to like
A union. They really unionized it. I was impressed. I looked through that. Yeah.
Just basically
They really are unionized.
it's pretty
They're an
fantastic.
artist union.
Artists who are
Talking about
How that all
just kind of
operates.
like
That's good.
artist
So,
and basic
hopefully pretty
yeah. But
think
it's
that's a problem
I mean it's
in
kind of
Melbourne
like
and
basically
Australia
like
as well,
cutting
using
down
funding,
like
right?
the
Just
administrative
in terms of structures and
labor the federal budget was just not as big as in the past, of course to apply to funding like another nothing like hit all those like hundreds of hours that you spend. Yeah, some people seem to spend writing applications. Like at the beginning of the Melbourne lockdown, so it was just like way overwhelming to utilize the existing funds. Like attempt for like kind of like community outreach and like support and everything that was kind of like people like really visibly trying to be there for one another very intensely. It's like interesting just to see like the fatigue
Should I have a conversation?
it's just like
I mean,
so
I'm very
much
interested
like
in
so much
that
like love and
intersection, right? 'Cause I
support
know
like
La
it's
Mama
big
actually
like
is one of the
held by the
places that lost
community
funding,
really
right?
in a tight nice like grip.
Had this amazing
kind of
series
like
online.
petered off now.
Yeah, they just received their like
something
triennial
like
funding.
quite recently, like huge support package for like bars and
Totally
bars
abysmal.
like Howler and like Bar Uzu and places like that are getting like a ton of money chucked
I
their way,
mean,
which is
but
pretty
then it kind of feels
amazing.
like this whole thing of artists banding together for the bare practical necessities that are now available, right?
I mean, it's kind of funny having this
Is there any
conversation about a
possibility
UBI,
of
right? Because that's
kind of a
essentially what
wider
like I've been living on
solution to this?
my entire.
Wait, are you sure, Geoffrey?
It's been
Are you
like
sure, Geoffrey, you want to
that
have
you
this
have to
online?
kind of go into like
Yes.
certain
They have been known to check people's Facebook. Yeah,
I guess
I mean, they seriously check
people
people's
say it's
Facebooks
humiliating. I think
to
it's more fun,
they're not doing things, but it's
there might be
scamming
an
is very hard
option
here,
to
for
just
example,
like
or
we do.
pretty much anywhere else in Europe. It's very hard to, like, you're not Belgium's supposed to be a rich country,
payment,
but
the stimulus payment, which has been a
they
bit
do
in the
have
UBIS,
this
right?
$1,200
so far through the entire pandemic. Trump is and dangling and
but
that
that's like
when he gets
re-elected,
but he's not just supposed he gets re-elected and for sure the total insanity that I don't even totally crazy here.
still haven't got that.
I haven't followed up moving here today, but like Trump, the one payment went out dangling like state level kind of unemployment that I think it's a slower gambling, but it's crumbling for sure. If you've lost your job or if you've lost work, seeing the empire kind of like lose its crown and global hegemony is a slow process. Electoral politics in Australia, will it do anything, or is it like also kind of a defunct system in the way that it is in the United States? Here, living in in terms of the world stage, right? You know, it's funny being so financialized. Yeah, the electoral politics, we're going to make things but only still there on the strength of our stock. Maybe in Australia, you know, but
just imagine
what's the concept there? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
Basically, like stacked the whole party.
You're saying that you
Evangelists, he got rid of
I mean, the push to connect online, push to start funding live streaming
Video. What about video?
Gonna go viral. Did you hear? And I'm like,
Yeah, who said that? Yeah,
I found that heartbreaking.
Yeah,
Like, for me, it doesn't.
Like losing.
No, but I mean, like the whole budget, like losing performance.
Can we steer the conversation to that?
I have known people had it for painful
Me, I haven't
for the
worked.
camera.
I mean, because I haven't. That's really haven't.
Crazy.
I mean, look,
There's courses restarted.
It was slated for an indoor performance in April,
I don't know
but the
whether
artists
it's
just had to, get pushed back, even more.
like here, I'm really excited. I'm going to see a show.
A renegade
What about in
way
the States? People are still very, is anything like that
with the organization behind it. It's in Golden Gate Park.
Started.
I sent you both the link in San Francisco. Anyway, the live stream that Counterpulse. So Counterpulse is where I was just kind of staked out at the moment. Just like the mid and no one else birthday party, no other organization, Star Wars, performances outside, Darth Vader music, and Darth Vader blowing bubbles, and meanwhile on the other side where we were, public space being used was this way. I think totally beautiful performance. Two performances, one after the other, and we filmed it. Geoffrey, we broadcast it. Any thoughts? And things you've experienced. I think that's been one of the first responses in terms of the performing arts community. So
creation of it.
we're very starved for this sort of thing.
Like I don't want to go place. Like I don't know. It feels so.
I miss Georgia.
Almost just like really nostalgic. Doing things like like I've taken one thing like in concert with your performance, and it was just time to kind of like little things that you sit and wait. Becoming more and more like so that we can return to and also what's like for what actually was valuable about what was happening last trip. Am I making sense? Like we can like there's always that kind of like that feeling of death. I mean, like experimental performance being like and just goes beyond taken by it. Like the how
really trying to imagine.
This is like sitting this whole year and disappeared and kind of like it's denial and waiting, narcissism pursuit, but like through that of course like also trying back to sleep.
And as both know,
like that doesn't seem to have like
work was actually
it's
theater and
the value
forever in different
And
kind of
another
challenge in having
like,
that damn
watered down a
boss.
lot.
There is such a huge
which
value
I
to having
was
very,
going
back
back
to
to
normal
the
as
boss.
Jeffrey was very
They will be
worried about entering that space,
so like
worried about
I for one
what
now
that space would
I
do
guess
really
to
in
like
challenge
more
working,
performances
but I think it's much
I
harder to
guess
think
at the
it's an even
beginning
bigger
of all of
challenge
this,
trying to within really trying
It's
to
nice to hear you say
do
that. I
something with
haven't
that shame
experienced
and
blank
space
because of all
that
mental
whole
capacity
that
at
blank
all.
space that is housed
Being
so
able to
many
just
things
try to figure out how to
provided, it has so many
make stuff
expectations
Well, I mean,
already set up.
I mean, I don't know
because
so,
things
yeah, I mean, I quickly
in danger.
I can't believe,
I mean,
like,
how
many
many
cases there
have been. There's,
I mean,
2,000 a day is a good day.
it looks like it's going back to
France
normal,
had like
so.
17,000.
Not
Do you think it's
worried.
just going to change?
on day.
Plans that were
They
changed
treated
and
that
plans will change
piece of
again.
shit Trump that he recovered. What
There's a lot of work being
fuck?
done towards
That
even
whole piece of
that
shit,
probably won't
how the
happen.
fuck did he
And
recover
that's
so
kind of where we're
quickly?
at. It's going to perpetuate the cycle of maybe this will be okay, maybe with it's not. $300 million.
He's
In
not
some
even at
ways,
the point at
like,
which
don't think
the virus
things are going
its
to
full effect.
be viable for a long
He
time.
hasn't had a fever in 3 days.
And looking historically at previous pandemics, of course, this one's its own specific thing. I'm not sure. It's a really hard one to describe for like
work
How are
that
they planning?
is
it will be here for a while, I think. But
it's something that's
people pull through it, and
it's not nearly as challenging or
it doesn't get too crazy.
also a place that performs
You mean
sort of,
substitutes?
terrifying. Yes. Is there anything that is like as
Yeah,
No, nothing.
yeah that replaces them?
yeah.
Or,
I'm just hoping people don't
the only
just
thing that has been
start playing video games and then that's like the end of the world, you know?
started reading a fuckload more. At the end of it all,
That kind of
like
seems like
even
an interactive
space
where there is a sense of performance, but it's just
I don't know. I mean, look, the joy realizing again. I mean, very strongly how important still enjoy in bed. But I'm even more excited. I guess I'm even more excited for performance and looking forward to it even more. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Do you want to say where you're at, where you are, and what time it is right now?
Me?
Yeah, just go around.
It's 2:16 a.m. Brussels.
doing it
5:16 p.m.
Jeffrey,
Oakland, California.
Where are you?
11:16 a.m. Melbourne, Australia.
2:17 a.m. Brussels, because the life was
5:17 p.m. Oakland, California, United States. I think that's a really good place for the official business of this to close off.
Nana's just messaged me and saying, yes, we're still doing this. So
okay.
Presumably we'll be here in a little moment.
Sure.
Yeah, suffice to say I forgot all of my questions, but they were great. But if we run a drive conversation, I can just open the window and show.
I can maybe switch positions and kind of just let that be spaciousness in some way. You were talking about Joan Crawford, right? What happened with her with the award?
Do you know the movie Whatever Happened to Baby Jane? That Joan
Crawford
and Betty Davis was nominated for the Oscar and like when they filmed Betty Davis when she didn't win the Oscar. She spent the whole award stay home on the Oscars that year. And like, don't worry about coming. I'll accept the award on your behalf. Joan Crawford was like, you win Betty Davis accepting for Andy.
Hi. Sorry, I'm late. I was brushing my teeth. To brush my teeth, they were really dirty.
I was thinking about because you know how I got this one little gap in my teeth. The missing tooth. I got rid of this one as well.
Yeah, it might happen anyway. It might happen anyway. You don't want to like accelerate the process.
like completely toothless on the bottom.
I don't recommend that lie. I don't recommend being toothless in this world.
Yeah, I don't recommend it, Geoffrey.
We just talked about a ward, recipients who kind of spurned benefits, really.
But I guess I did want to like talk about some stuff. Did either of you come up with questions? You forgot all of them.
I forgot.
That's
So believable.
Tragedy, humor, humor. Because I wanted to remind myself what that quote was. All right, here we go. Humor.
Yeah, let me know what they got here. I was just kind of
like,
wondering whether I don't necessarily have any
well, for
questions
example,
today.
I like this. You like that? Did you? I mean, I guess
The other one
I
that I
did.
take it from the directorial
I mean, you
vision.
put some stuff here in the conversation into something that we're actually interested in. Like, yeah, I guess mainly I thought it would be.
But we can't see your toothlessness.
What do you mean? Geoffrey, you've got to like go big body to your thing. The body, your mind out. Like
You said that once.
I don't know because, and then I was like, oh yeah, that's weird. What?
Like I can't be like when like I probably like at the moment I'm trying to like retain just trying to like maintain the sense of like I don't know what I thought about being
Well, I mean, you have that mentally, the whole thing of that touch with your body or something. I don't experience my body in that way. It just struck me as a thing. Very trained
now, like I know what visualizing but I can't feel the sensitivity of like
stuff, and it was
it's in order to like walking in coordinated movements, just as it hits like I know it's there, but it kind of like I have to be able like that to train myself into feeling the sensation that you have to engage in order to
I forgot because you also have a we were in the dried up lake. Remember
Some village. Some little town.
But I mean, it's interesting because all I can see that in
I guess that's what it is. That's what they were focusing on.
what kind of understanding it's hard to like, you know, that, but it's like that constantly. I don't know. I think I showed you this video like a while ago of this guy Julian Hamilton, and he does sensitivity or the understanding age where he was talking about
but by the same token, I know like it's kind of like
so there's that aspect as well.
You got annoyed which involves like me or something.
Sitting. No, that's how you're like your opinion. After that, I think because of the way I was. Actually, that reminds me of something. So it might have really finding some kind of doesn't just really was related. I guess that's what jumped it's because I don't want to go down just walking around really because I get for example, like always experience how I set up next year and how I expenditure of energy incapacitates your body and turns you because you can't and you don't want to. Which is why no energy is left over. I don't know if you looked at that, Geoffrey, but it's this machine thing. It's above yourself and it holds a screen above your head so that you can lie down above the head. Scroll, totally incapacitated, and then going outside for a walk, outside, and then. Realizing I guess that's my whole interest in the body actually is getting away from those and then like the mechanism of the legs going by itself and like enjoying new energy like because thoughts I got this energy for the first time.
Some people would call that walking.
Yeah.
There's so much in there, right?
What pisses me off with this idea of someone judging you by the way
but just the immense enjoyment of it.
I really don't like the idea of
by the way
in their day to day the way they. Although I read people all the time
through that.
Yeah.
It's maybe I just don't like being read that through that.
Like you really form an
that's true.
based on like
but I think it's a really big. I mean because it's like just a way of like reading like that psychology, I guess. But it's also like have a very active mind, but a paralyzed body or something like that. I mean, it also made me think of that idea. People who are actually like defining movement,
or just their identity as well. I mean, there's
the machinic analysis of people can be identified by how they walk, and then becomes a part of a surveillance apparatus. A mix of completely different, clearly, but
like our movements are like fingerprints. Very they can still differentiate to that. I guess refuse it. I mean, because super interesting. I guess related to yeah. I mean, but like formativity. I mean, I guess obviously like the everyday day-to-day life we decide on, and it's like repetitions that we choose to keep in place for like a long period of time, not choose, like but just unconsciously fall into. What, Geoffrey? Yeah.
Well,
I guess
like the thing that I can contribute to this conversation. She's great. I just thought like things I can do to think of anything. Hi. I'm on a Zoom call with someone from Belgium and someone from California, and I just wanted to show them my hole.
It's a good hole.
I did, yeah.
Did you dig that hole, Geoffrey?
Because I live on a main road and the nursery is closed, but as soon as I dug it, so it's just been a hole for midges. I'm not trying to but I felt like we would.
Thank you.
there are 7 or so, all with their dogs at the end of the last one. Which is completely clouded. Let me just show you this.
Can you see that?
There's this,
which
they're
fine? Is there a
point
fine?
to. I don't know. It's just a code, right? And I'm sure there is a fine. Like taken off a little bit. There's also barrier now. So they redid. There's a lot of people. Some other like insignia, which was just now that they redid it and really and was kind of these. And I would play basketball. The ceremony of the opening of this basketball court when those were in, and people were they did this big using it at that point. The hoops, but then now no one's playing basketball. People were really using it pretty much all through the day, and then someone presumably of the neighborhood, which I don't know, the bottom of, but what do you wear? Huh?
I like show and tell time. Anything to show and tell, Nana?
Not at the moment, but what do you have?
A nice mask.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Is it for sale? Is it for sale?
No, it's not for sale. No, it's not. No.
Fashion because you just didn't really want anyone else to look as good as you.
I thought you were going to work on your business.
He stopped having my attitude towards it. I think I discovered on quite early on in the pandemic, like there would be no staff lockdowns, and realized that it's just like this huge luxurious like people there. There was no one there. Coronavirus restrictions kind of don't exist. It's just like a zone that does like 2-year-olds and like and you all have to be. But now everyone outside and people are campaigning to like terraform. Yeah, this like kind of secret area that you have to like jump the fence and then climb up a wall.
What I do right for the video that we're doing at the moment is maybe I would run some sort of video algorithm that would take yesterday's video and today's video, cut out all of the speech and just kind of mesh the silences together. And then it would just be this collation of all the gaps in between us individuals speaking. And maybe I would try to scrape the text in some way, but maybe it's just that kind of silenced video frame cross using something to smooth it out a little bit. But that was something that came to mind.
And then
but then remember, those would just be continuous for sure. I mean, one part of it is being recorded, right? Feeling that's something I'm not into. I'm never into being recorded, but clearly.
No, I mean,
I can't
yeah,
shop
what's
for more
that,
fabric now
Geoffrey?
because all the shops are closed. I'm very into being recorded. So I'm just making a bunch of like random dumps. Yeah, I mean, I don't have. This is all just fabric that I found in the dumpster. This is the dress that I
What?
make
She
for
said it's too
Violet.
short?
Nice.
Too short.
It looks like
She
a
says it's too
rubbish
short, but I
bag.
don't agree.
Did you make that out of a rubbish
Yeah.
sack? Well, from here, the video quality is very poor, and I've got you on my like mobile screen. You're about this big. From here, it looks like a rubbish sack.
Beautiful.
I definitely don't mean that as an accidental nudity. I thought you're into rubbish
Yeah,
sacks.
this is how we make it. No,
I know.
it is dumpster, yeah. Fabric.
It's shiny.
It is shiny, yeah. It's like I've got my fruit.
Did you
Just
tell
like
Kevin
peeling
that was your
fruit, and then
fruit
well, I'm trying
project?
to repaint them to like sewing it back together inside out.
I don't
Jeffrey made a bunch of taxidermy fruit.
Oh, great. Was there
Get
it?
chunky mood,
Yeah,
repainting
banana.
like home-based residence.
This is a new development. The
Things with
repaint.
skin.
New development.
Like a shredded up
something like that.
I haven't seen it, but someone else told me.
I made a video for
Hat?
yeah for it, but
You didn't get your work.
I didn't. I haven't responded about that yet. I haven't
And this is
decided
what I
yet
got
whether
$6,000
I don't know. So chunky
I
really. I mean, basically,
Interesting
it
move.
was just started thinking about was just how it's just the old like.
What's the video supposed to be of?
For example, when tangible conversation, like material goods.
Right.
With
Yeah.
here, the raw meat is on the stage. I guess I just started. Yeah, that's why performance doesn't exist. Just this problem of like, because then with this transferred video struggle of, I mean, it's proof that reality still exists. I guess because then there's no evidence. It's like this, how can I, through the screen, prove to you that I'm real?
Isn't there that contradiction though? Like there's typically very little evidence unless it is captured by video.
Go
and
there.
Like the
We go
very
there.
fast-paced
Yeah.
performance
We go there
making
to experience
of
Yeah,
today.
really had a
Where
yes,
like
it's like
views
a-
are like
it's
200
like
words or
like
less.
she really
you know?
like hitched her wagon to that
the
anger.
worker
You know?
executing
Like,
the
she
work
really just,
there
like,
and
And the work itself was
in
just
the
so
present
anti-science
cut
to me.
of reality.
It was like
amidst all the
Jeffrey, and you're having this like
Jeffrey, remember when
Violet
Violet
was
was
so
yeah.
disgusted
I don't know,
by that
space.
performance that we saw in Berlin?
Mhm.
I mean, that's another thing, right?
Sorry.
It was yeah, that you know, I guess that's friend of yours, I think, Nana. Her menstrual medal. Does that name ring a bell? The work. That was the name of the work. Yeah, to be so like solid in a position.
Nana, what are you staring into?
Oh, I mean, I stopped there because it's like, I mean, okay, so for me, basically, like the whole problem and the whole difficulty of even talking about
What
it
was it? Remind
is
me.
because
Like,
of,
where were we? Or maybe.
it was at Art
I don't know
Center.
if this
It
was Kevin's
Okay.
some
when you were
silly
still
thing,
in
whatever
Melbourne,
it was,
I don't remember, but it was
I
first
went
time
to
that I
see
did a
real
microphones like Kevin. Now I don't know if you're real anymore. Virtual reality.
I'm
You
real.
look down and you look up and you walk around.
Thanks for the
confirmation.
and I
And
just
basically it was that thing
on
and taking it off
and
and
feel
just
was I with you, Kevin?
Yeah, basically
the vision of it for me just
basically like, I mean, there's a real like fear
much more
wanting to when I first grew reality, I guess I felt like that when I really looked basically beautiful lens and then just thinking when I got my first camera, this is such a remedy, like if you ever feel really shit or something, to actually take that thing on your eye. That feeling was even more. Yeah, I guess it's just that the step that you take, I mean, to something. Yeah, it's really like the addiction to the fucking script, because I always had this addiction. Or you know, like the television, watching that. remember television. My brother's kid do the same thing and turn into total this screen and totally understood reality vicariously through that a window addiction that she's also.
I think I said it last time, right? It's like I just don't want everyone to just get addicted to video games as a result of COVID or whatever. I like working with 3D graphics myself. Sometimes I just kind of see it in these possibly lost a lot of that allure. I experience something like that, and I'm already kind of depends what it does. Chunking it, breaking it down. If there are interesting things that happen, the person's doing to make this not hugely be possible. It's for me. I think that's kind of mine. It's a little bit my wheelhouse in some senses. I don't do VR things per se, but like working in 3D is basically it's like the magic of TV is gone, right? Once you realize the production team behind it, and it's kind of like that in the 3D world sometimes.
That's interesting that you say that the magic is gone when you realize the production behind it, the mechanism behind it. Oh, this, but it hasn't diminished its.
It's just headphones.
It's a headphone. I've been flipping it in and out. Just nervous tick, I guess. No, I don't do taxidermy fruit. Cherries. That's your business.
Like realizing the kind of technical work that goes behind something, and then that like you can't watch as a kind of whole thing anymore. Like you're automatically and instantly breaking it down into its like components and the falling kind of out of the wholeness of seeing it, and and like training in ballet and then going to see ballets and enjoyment is really like it shouldn't be the case.
I feel like diminished by the knowledge of the work that goes behind added it, to more than that, though, depending on the artist, right? And a lot of stuff with what they do with these, there's a real artistry in using those things in particular combinations, clearly into and that's seeing things be done. Creativity.
Like a dancer in the Australian ballet when I was at the school, whose name it was really interesting. She was like I don't know, in her mid-40s, I guess. There's this huge consensus throughout the school and the company that she's overstayed her welcome. She was one of those memorable performances that I've ever seen. She would kind of be a mess. You'd see her in the studio and not really doing anything technically properly at all, in all these shawls, really kind of ball of wool, not even there. With her on the stage as well, in full costume and with the orchestra. And it would be the same thing. You're like, you can't. And nothing really would change. Like it was almost as far as her to watch her in that technique. And then, she would get on stage. I think I was the only one that experienced this though, because no one else, everyone else after seeing her perform was
ages
time to retire, sweetie. At the ages. I don't know, no, I'm she was the one person that what changed was boring to me to watch, because I couldn't watch her performance presence in the studio and in a dress rehearsal and what happened, and I couldn't even really there was nothing very distinction between demarcate this distinction.
The training as and this is one of those interesting examples where it's what trained like Nana in that field, right? Riveting no longer is doing you have no training. And that it's not quite the injection of
it took too much
the underlying principles per se, but it's just kind of an overcoming of, right? And that's
in a context where it wasn't I feel similarly about performance. You need
it only makes sense. That's why performance only makes sense in front of people. Exactly for that reason.
When people are talking about kind of new models of because you just actually go how funding is distributed, the pressure of firstly payment, secondly an audience of people who are depending in order to produce rather than something obvious investigation. I don't know if it needs a lot of effort and unless they really actually that wanted to hit that element that and all that stuff suddenly there's the chaotic element of financial pressure, something that interrupts or your contract or something, like then the prospect of something which is like producing a performance would just be too terrifying that I would never like support, or the you have to like the mandate of a force yourself of an organization or of one of those that which is worthwhile. Which I've like I don't know. I mean, it sounds kind of you guys both put on performances like yeah. I feel like I'm so like forced to like do something that you don't want to on your own.
Crazy.
And that's like a really without any of that
thing I totally understand. I mean, what you're saying, and I mean, we did still terrifying without any money for me. That motivators for having done it. But I mean, for a long time, I had. I mean, it was like absolutely zero in the day trying to when we started that whole element of funding, or even thinking back to our first performance together, and that pressure, first secretive dance team, quit whole world, I guess when it came at that moment, quit thinking. When I mean, that's definitely still the main
deceiver before the moment.
The money's
and like the
really fucking nice.
Face,
Get it?
right?
What are your
motivators,
Kevin? And I
the
guess
actuality. Yeah, I feel like I'm a little in a different position in the moment. I'm being granted a location. I think the motivator is just and that of being granted a performer is being granted of being an opportunity to produce something, and then sculpting the shit out of it. I think the either beforehand or in the moment, but none of that would happen without now that the opportunity to do that. I like to put on this performance and the whole process that I kind of do, trying to navigate that in a way that education is just from whatever interesting in that moment. You dig yourself into a deeper hole, and hopefully it's interesting later, or at least is just an artifact of what was going on at that time, whether it be that dig out of and how do you pressure and this other place and total you make all those in the moment specific element because that happens when you manufacturing it from a rational point of view, and you would do that, but now you've dug that hole and you've just kind of spent that 30 seconds, spent that 30 minutes moving into that space. Now what do you do from that, and how do you how does it relate to what happens afterward? How does it relate to what happens before? Let it be shown.
Approaching, Geoffrey, that was probably the biggest transition was going from the doing everything. But everything that execution we really started was fucking very innocent. I really thought, I was like, holy shit, they're gonna so far removed from my will to make this. And any official that's been on that floor, everything modeled how it and sure and everything that institution means. And then the thing that every day did was everybody that walks through that door sits on that chair. Everybody expects what I this relationship with you, and I think that's what really defines the work at the end and paid for it, and having to deal with all those elements, like the context, the history of the whole fucking different that challenge was the greatest, potentially hideous. But yeah, now I guess I'm like trying to make something interesting. How much money that gonna give for that scene? I mean, now I like to look at that too, obviously. And in that predetermined
to
space,
interrupt just the
theater. The Target motherfucking money.
Thinking that you can just camels that didn't actually exist, but it sounded and then I told you no, it's actually it's not about it's an analogy to parts of what happens in the theater, kind of the tedium of
but it's really good at living in the desert.
all of that kind of
really good at living in the desert, so that's the thing
because
that's
true. Designing is the secret the process is helping you to make trickery environments putting their 2 cents
but
into it.
ultimately, like, I guess,
But
but also like a more difficult to do it with. Like there is like a I guess when it's like behind, I guess trying to achieve talking about that, yeah, struggle. Like when there's like an element of struggle, then it's like more stimulating, I guess, the brutal and I mean, the enjoyment, try to like get to that ungrounded, actually get to that. The struggle, like to like get that. I mean, work is. I mean, like think just the reality of it becomes all of that better under and it's to maintain itself. It's so difficult to make work anyway. Resist, like just I guess in that zone because you want to. It's a test world at that point, but seeding bank or whatever. I mean, like the more to I guess you have first struggle there is surviving within these walls. Yes, that's what you have to. But it's fucked as well because you can also like
even just the mechanisms of
just try to
and the whole
work.
like trying to retain.
But I mean, I guess it's like the thing of like caring enough to go through
within that and trying to
everything.
survive it. Nothing's there.
Practice.
Like I think of
horrible
performance outside of an
institution.
It's hard. It's really
like
difficult
somehow
really deeply rooted. The opportunity comes where like I can
nothing is there. I mean, that's
too
kind
much
of
to
that's
do
kind of
with
the truth of it.
like sort of like
And
in a
that's
vacuum or like around the idea that there's something like I don't have internal that
some ways,
like can really actually want to say like abstract from to consider and from everything else to either
but yeah, that makes sense.
achieve or yeah, I don't know if that's something that I just have a sense of because of my like or if it's history of training and receiving and more and practicing solipsism and like having just feels like very clear guidelines to either like yeah, like kind of ignore it.
Is there a way to move? Yeah, is there a way to move away from
it's always
thinking in terms of
classical
ballet?
I mean, there's like also nothing
I mean,
like
how expanded
position in relation.
I'm not saying like the hair plucking, the skin making.
It's like the edge. It's not obvious.
You're such a latest words like Geoffrey. The taxidermy fruit. I mean, you're just like so stuck in classical ballet.
It's like always in my mind. So it's not that I'm
that's good. I don't think you realize like how far you are.
No, I know you. Like being in a like a large. Oh no, I'm not gonna like use that analogy. It's too stupid. It's just like how you're on the same for like a like a raft in the middle of a lake, and
I think it's fantastic
like this raft
to be
in the middle of a volcano
with
something in Dalesford
for so long and
that has a chain right down to the
strongly.
bottom.
I mean, where you see it spilling out of
like,
all the work that you do, but it was just a reminder. I mean that it's not always so obvious, you know.
But there's clay on the shore as well. Like that's
these connections that you make, and
if you get past the raft on the other side of the lake, like Jubilee,
to you.
and there's clay, and you make. We both vowed in that performance that would be the last dance that we ever did, because she was like about to get the last dance, she was about to get hip surgery.
Did she mess up dancing?
Straight up and
What
down.
happened?
No, which has been delayed. Like they finally got her elective surgery, and then everything closed down. I mean, I was just having that. I was always just going to attitude towards it. Like this is like.
Is she going to be able to recover after?
Like I came back from Berlin, and I mean that took a long time. I mean, I was going crazy. So like tough and like so stress over that. I don't know. I think you caught a glimpse really crazy, and like who were both like crippled by the end, and then having to come back to Melbourne and like go straight into rehearsals for for that work with Rachel and like not that was like and like the ultimate finally performance I ever could have made, but just the ballet that I was always kind of like destined to make, and then I'm like never gonna make anything again. I said of making like that was very liberating to like really like do for Rising serious application for that was serious about it. I was gonna like get some 12-year-olds and teach them that work. Okay,
I know how you
think. That would be
economy. That's amazing. That's a
so
great
that
idea.
they could So that they could tour it for the next 20 years. You wouldn't have to like get train new dancers, pay new dancers. Plus kids like
that's kind of interesting.
I'm very careful.
Embrace it and make it. This is great. Please do. Do you have any directorial edicts, Nana?
No, I'm pretty satisfied. We had a real conversation.
One more for the next 20 years. Sorry, stealing your joke there, Nana. It's too good.
We've been talking for 2 hours.
Just because they have
what,
really?
Yeah.
Wowie.
Where are you and what time is it?
Brussels, 2:58 a.m.
Oakland, California, United States, 5:58 p.m.
616 Murray Road, Preston, 3072. City of Darebin, City of Melbourne, Victoria, Australia, 11:58 a.m.